So within the week, there have been a lot of news that pop up about Nyosom Wike. We all know that Nyosom Wike Alfubara has been having back and forth in Rivers State, and he has been talking about the structure that he possesses in Rivers State and all of that. We're going to talk about that in a minute, and we're going to talk about his ambition to be the president of Nigeria, which we saw that he nursing that ambition in 2023. It never materialized. He's now the minister of FCT. And then we also will be looking at the 2027 politics, as many suggest, like a video that I'm going to play for you shortly of how his plan is to run against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. So let's go. In 2023, we saw that after the whole election, Wike boastfully said that he bought the ticket for every politician in Rivers State. Now, the question is this: how was he able to get that? Is it with the finances of the people of Rivers State or his personal money? How has he been able to get this particular money? Remember, Nyosom Wike has been in politics since 1999. But how has he been able to save so much to do that? Nigerians need to ask questions. If just being a politician, being able to amount so much wealth to do that is still questionable, because that you could have gotten that through maybe some levels of corruption, which is the belief of many Nigerians. Up to 2027 politics, it is now obvious, as revelations are popping up from left, right, and center, that Nyosom Wike will be running against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But I think differently when it comes to this particular scenario. But before I will give my own opinion and a little analysis and connecting the dots to Wike's ambition for 2027, let's watch this video.
The structure of PDP in Rivers. He has the structure of APC in Rivers. He has the structure of PDP at the national. And he's always talking about my structure, my structure. Nobody can touch my structure. Nobody can. What are these structures for? Somebody had them before you came. You see, if you're looking for evidence that something is written or something is said, you won't find it. If you're in that game and you know how these things work, the evidence is abound everywhere. If I made a comment that he will run, let him leave, and he doesn't want to run, let him leave the leadership of the party, which is in his pocket at the national
leadership
level.
Of the PDP.
PDP.
Right.
It's in his pocket. The caretaker committee in Rivers, PDP, he's holding all. I have never seen this happen in politics before. Almost everybody in PDP had let it go. Look, we had our quarterly meeting with INEC last month or so. This matter came up, that INEC, please go and conduct election in the vacant 27 seats. INEC, of course, we are joined in so many cases. Everybody became a very serious matter in the meeting. Then everything calmed down. INEC chairman said, okay, PDP representative here. He was represented by National Secretary. What do you have to say? He said, I have nothing to say. This is a party that lost 27 members. He doesn't want to say anything about it. Others who want to contest the seat are the ones speaking about it. I don't know the kind of evidence you want. I have said so. If he's not going to run, let us wait.
You heard what this man have said, but I don't really, believe in that notion, because the Wike that we all seen today as a minister of FCT has made a lot of promises in the past, said a lot of things failed, and you're not expecting anything different in the future. But what I want to let you know is this: Wike's wife was sworn in as the chief, as a judge of appeal court. Remember that in 2023, after the election, all the presidential candidates, most of them went to court, and the case was at the appeal court, right? Now, Wike has gone one step ahead of some politicians, and they now have his wife as the judge in appeal courts. Many people would have said that this was achieved based on hard working. Oh yes, but let's not forget that there was a sitting senator during the ministerial service in the last 9th assembly. He exposed himself and his family, how he encroached, in the protocol, and used his wife, who was a chief judge in the appeal court, to determine some certain cases, to make sure that his colleagues return back to the National Assembly. Now, tell me, if a sitting minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria's wife is a judge in the appeal court, of which opposition will take cases to, how do you now tell me that he will not get a favorable judgment? Oh no, let's tell ourselves the truth. Tell me, how is it not going to get a favorable judgment? Now, let's say this from this angle. In 2027, if he chose to run against Tinubu, or Tinubu stepped down to allow him to go to be the president under the platform of APC, then let's come to think about it. They may say, if the case goes to court, that his wife needs to step aside because his husband is the one here, which is a normal thing to do in the court of law. But don't forget that she has this influence over other judges in that same court. So this is one thing that Nigerians need to ask questions and need to think smart for 2027 election. Many politicians are already calculating and taking position for 2027. It is we, the masses, Nigerians, who are not taking decision and taking position for 2027. And the earlier we do that, the better for us and for Nigeria. Because it looks so obvious that the politicians of this dispensation did not care about anything good for the nation and the masses, but all for themselves. Right? So now, looking at this Wike scenario now, I believe that him holding on to the APC structure in Rivers State and romancing with the APC at the national level and having the PDP structure at the state and having the national level of PDP in his pocket, it shows that he is playing a very hardball game. Remember that if he is unable, if he's able to succeed Bola Ahmed Tinubu in terms of having a negotiation, okay, boss, how far? How is 2027 is going to be? And Tinubu looked at that and said, man, I'm tired. I want to go home. I want to go and rest. But I need somebody from the south to continue what I have started. And then probably he's able to get the anointing. Let's not forget that Yemi Osibanjo wanted it so badly. We saw Rotimi Amechi also wanted it so badly. But Buhari ignored all of them and he even went ahead to anoint the Senate President Ahmed Lawal. And we saw how everything went then in 2022. So let's tell ourselves the truth here. In 2027, it's going to be a different scenario. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, I am fit, I am strong, and I'm ready to go in again for second term, then will Wike step down his ambition? Because in 2030, he may not be able to contest except there is a package that we don't really understand from these guys. Because the northern cabals are already not happy with this current administration. But let's not forget as well that they also had their 8 years of Buhari. But talking about this Wike of a thing, his only last shot is 2027. And he either go in while Tinubu step down for him, or he contests under PDP and then is against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Reason why you could see all these things going on, maybe he may strike a deal with Atiku to be his VP. But will that be possible with all what we have seen, with all that happened in 2023 election? I don't think so. Maybe Atiku, maybe PDP may zone it to South or South. In that regards, maybe just like Atiku said, that if it is being zoned to South, he is going to step down and support any Southern candidate. And that was when he was referring to Peter Obi. So if that happened and Wike emerges from PDP to contest against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then it's going to be an interesting political year for Nigerians. It's going to be a very interesting drama. We'll see how the politics will go in 2027. But until then, do it to share this video, like it, comment, let it reach a larger audience. Thank you very much for watching.